Students injured in shooting on the Morgan State University campus.
Over 20 people killed in a fatal bus crash in Venice, Italy.
And don't be surprised for today's 1 o'clock emergency alert test.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining ntTV News at Noon. I'm Drew Maurer.
And I'm Samantha Rodriguez. A shooting at Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland yesterday wounded 5 individuals, 4 of them students. Per university officials, the shooting happened during the school's homecoming week celebrations. Local police did not say how many are suspected in the shooting, but have confirmed that there's been no arrests made. Wednesday classes at the university have been canceled.
A bus crash in Venice, Italy left 21 dead this morning, according to CNN. The bus was shuttling vacationers who were staying at a campsite about 7.5 miles outside of Venice. Italian police are on the site working through the wreckage. They are still seeking to identify 14 of the 21 bodies and have asked the campsite for a guest list to aid in their search. 4 of the fatalities have said to be Ukrainian citizens, including the 3rd Secretary for Ukrainian Embassy in Italy. According to this statement, 4 Ukrainian citizens have suffered injuries of varying severity and are receiving medical treatment across the Veneto region. Well, Sam, I was looking to walk my dog today, but it's still pretty hot out.
In that case, hopefully we'll get some cooler weather today. Grace Grimes has our first look at weather.
Thanks, guys. I wish I could say it's cooling down. Feel like 94. It is cloudy. Wind speeds are going to be 15 miles per hour, so that will come tonight's conditions. So for tonight, actual temperature is going to be 85, but it will feel like 90. Again, we have pretty high wind speeds at 16 miles per hour, so that'll give you a cool breeze, and it will be partly cloudy tonight. Feel like 81 with 18 mile per hour wind speeds, and it is going to be for the current weather conditions. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Grace. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy was ousted by the House of Representatives last night. This historic vote happens within just weeks left to prevent a government shutdown. CNN's Laurel Fox looks at possible contenders for a new leader.
Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy vowing not to run for Speaker again after an unprecedented vote Tuesday plunging the House of Representatives into chaos.
Unfortunately, 4% of our conference can join all the Democrats and dictate who can be the Republican Speaker in this House. I don't think that rule is good for the institution, but apparently I'm the only one.
The motion to vacate was filed by Representative Matt Gaetz, who along with 7 other GOP members voted to oust the Speaker. With Democrats' votes, the motion passed, 216 to 210.
Those 8 people are anarchists, and they're Chaos Caucus members.
McCarthy's speakership was the 3rd shortest in history and was plagued with GOP infighting over spending cuts, border security, and providing aid to Ukraine.
You all know Matt Gaetz. You know it was personal. It had nothing to do about spending.
Speaker McCarthy's time is over. I wish him well. I have no personal animus to him. I hope he finds fruitful pastures.
Now the race is on for House Republicans to elect a new speaker, as another possible government shutdown is 44 days away.
What I'd like you to take away from it is I'm tired of being lectured by people that have been here for decades, okay, and have put us in $33 trillion in debt.
Several names have emerged as possible contenders for Speaker, including House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. Scalise has already started reaching out to members, gauging a possible bid for the role.
No one really knows who has the votes. So now we're going to go through that exercise right now and see who has our support.
Another possible name floated is House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan.
I thought it was unfair to Kevin. He was a good man, and he didn't deserve this, in my judgment.
Will you run for Speaker?
That's a decision for the conference.
One person not interested in the job is Gates.
Are you putting yourself forward for the speakership? Absolutely not. I have no desire to be Speaker.
McCarthy, for his part, says he has no regrets about his tenure as Speaker.
I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. It is my responsibility. It is my job.
A vote for a new speaker is expected next week. Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio, chair of the House Judiciary Committee, is the first to announce his intentions of running. Drew, did you know that a huge national alert is happening all over the country today?
I heard that, but not to worry, sounds like it's just a test. But to make sure, our live reporter Carla Castillo is going to tell us a little bit more about it. Carla?
Thanks, guys. Today, October 4th, at approximately 1:20 p.m., your alarms on your phones, radios, and TVs will be sounding. This is due to FEMA and the FCC, as they will be issuing a nationwide emergency alert system and the wireless emergency alerts. The EAS portion of the test will be conducted on radios and televisions, and this will be the 7th nationwide EAS test. The WEA portion, on the other hand, will be sent to all consumer cell phones. These consumers will receive a message that says this is a test of the emergency wireless national system. No action needed. This will be the WEA's third nationwide test, but only the second test to all cellular devices. Depending on the language settings on your phone, you will either receive this text message in either English or Spanish. FEMA and the FCC are currently coordinating with EAS participants, wireless providers, and emergency managers in order to minimize confusion before the test takes place. Once again, this alert will be happening at approximately 1:20 p.m. Central Time. So don't panic if you get an alarm on your phone or hear it on the television or radio. But this is all I have for you guys. Let's take it back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Carla. Stay tuned to hear about this UNT professor that's starting a new role right here on campus.
And catch a scoop on how this group of cyclists is fighting urbanization here on ntTV. This group of cyclists biked from Hartley Field all the way to the courthouse to protest against development in Northeast Denton.
No apartments in Northeast Denton!
On Saturday morning, dozens of cyclists rode from the Denton courthouse to Hartley Field and back to the courthouse to protest peacefully on the square. They did this as a part of their mission to save Northeast Denton from development. Northeast Denton is home to untouched natural land such as the Clear Creek Natural Heritage Center. The city originally planned to preserve the area for its ecological character. The issue began when land developers Orion and Nanband began planning for 1,800 homes in the area. The community was quick to organize and voice their concerns to the city. They have been showing up to every meeting for the past year. Protests like Bike for Hartley have been one of the numerous attempts for the community to be heard. Ann Beckman organized the event to draw attention to the issue.
So many things were voted no on with a red sticker, and a lot of those things have been implemented into their plans. So we feel like we're being completely ignored.
The community is concerned about how development would impact the rural character of the area, while the city remains concerned about the pressure to respond to development concerns in Denton. Denton City Principal Planner Julie Wyatt addresses how Denton has been trying to prepare for change.
In particular, we're working on these area plans, and part of the reason why the specific area plans that were chosen were because they're seen that change feels like it's coming in that area. And so we want to make sure we manage that change.
Despite the need for change, the community wants the city to honor their promise to them in protecting the area. For ntTV News, I'm Samantha Rodriguez.
The next steps for the area plan remain undetermined as the city canceled their October 17th meeting.
A special education teacher at the University of North Texas has started a new role here on campus. Brenda Barrio, a 3-time UNT alum, will take on the position of Assistant Vice President for Research and Innovation. Barrio currently works as an associate professor of special education, and her work is centered around identifying diversity, equity, and inclusion in special education. Barrio's new role will revolve around supporting student research, which she says was vital for the trajectory of her career. Barrio says the most rewarding part of her job is seeing the impact of her research on students through policies and in the classroom. From the looks of it, there might be some rain in the upcoming forecast. I'm shocked.
I'm sure hoping there is, because my flowers are looking a little dry. Grace Grimes has our full outlook at weather.
Thanks, guys. So all across North Texas, we do have temperatures in the mid-high 80s. Denton is 87, Decatur 86. Up in Gainesville, we have a temperature of 86. Again, you'll have to keep your warm weather clothes out because it's just not cooling down. Onto our regional map. So across the state, again, it is still pretty warm outside. Everywhere is in the mid to high 80s, except up in Amarillo, we have a temperature of 70, and Oklahoma City is 79. But other than that, it is still going to be warm outside. On to our 7-day forecast. So for our 7-day forecast, tomorrow expect some rain. We do have a 40% chance of rain. All across the week, the highs are in the 70s and 80s, and the lows will be in the 50s and 60s. Look forward to a good weekend. It isn't supposed to rain this weekend, so that will be nice. And towards the beginning of the week, it will also be nice for when you have to walk to your classes. That's all I have for today's weather. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Grace. Last week was National Drive Electric Week. The DFW has seen a soaring increase of registered electric vehicles. Electric vehicles emit less pollution than gas-powered cars, and they can earn you a $7,500 tax credit for purchasing an electric car. However, new Texas state laws charges owners an annual $200 fee per vehicle to make up for the lost gas tax revenue. Different mental health resources were recently presented on campus to help students with their overall wellness.
Our segment anchor Madeline McCrory has the story for our Mental Health Minute.
UNT and the surrounding community has a wealth of resources available to you that were presented at the Mental Health and Wellness Resource Fair. Please take a look.
The Counseling and Testing Services Program for Counseling Diverse Students held a Mental Health and Wellness Resource Fair on Monday, October 2nd at Chestnut Hall from noon to 3:30 p.m. as the beginning of their Take Care Mental Health Week.
Every year we do a Black Mental Health Week and also a Latinx Mental Health Week, but this fall we tried something new and we combined them for Take Care Mental Health Week. So this is our kickoff event, and we have just different community and campus partners on site just to provide different resources for all of our students.
Some of these partners include the Denton County Friends of the Family, which helps people affected by domestic violence, sexual assault, and rape. The Credit Union of Texas, who helps students experiencing financial stress. Therapy Works Counseling Services, which provides therapy and evaluation services in English and in Spanish. Extreme Hip Hop, which helps students stay physically active. And the Meadows Center for Health Resources, which educates students about their health, among other groups and organizations also present that provide a variety of assistance to students. With so much available at this event, I asked Lalisha Granberry, the director of the Program for Counseling Diverse Students, what she wants students to take away from the Mental Health and Wellness Resource Fair.
I hope that students just find out that there is a wealth of information out there, not only on campus, but in the community as well. All people who are providing different services to support the mental health, emotional health, and physical health of all of our students.
Reporting for ntTV, I'm Madeline McCrory.
The Take Care Mental Health Week is ongoing. Check out the UNT Counseling Instagram page for details on the upcoming events this week. That's all I have here. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Madeline. For all you Swifties, stay with us and you might be spooked.
And find out about how one man is building a U.S. map in a unique way.
And now we return to Fabric of Passion.
Oh, Hector, it will be so hard for us to part, but we must.
But, my love, what did I do? I thought we were meant to be together forever.
I am so disheartened to say that you're just not in style anymore. But you will be, to someone else, in a better place.
You're gonna shred me?
No.
I'm donating you to one of the many clothing donation boxes available on campus. There is one in the Union by the Syndicate and one on Union Circle Drive.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? I'm gonna be someone's new shirt.
I thought you'd be more distressed.
Oh, absolutely not. It was cramped in your closet anyways.
Maybe you would like to be shredded after all.
Sam, I don't know much about geography, but a Guntersville man rocks at it.
Yes, he does. He made a map of the United States only using stones. Take a look.
A project finished in 2008 has been a hidden gem for the city of Guntersville. Proud patriot and president of American Lumber and Plywood, Jeff Morrison, served in the Marine Corps for 6 years.
Gives me chills to stand at attention.
When the recession hit, he found a way to honor the U.S., something that would forever be set in stone.
I want this to be here 100 years from now.
Borrowing a map from the University of Alabama's Department of Geography, Morrison got to work, state by state and stone by stone.
Colorado is really hilly and mountainous, of course, and Texas is kind of red. Alabama, it has nothing to do with the state, but it was really pretty, so my children picked it out.
Located behind his work office on Highway 431 and Worth Street, Morrison hopes people who stop by to see it will feel the same love he does for the red, white, and blue.
They immediately go and stand on a state that is either they were from or they have a loved one that lives there.
You know, Sam, I'd love to get a picture standing on Texas.
Not so fast. You might have to fight me for it.
Well, Sam, how big of a Swiftie would you say you are?
Drew, I am a huge Swiftie. I waited in line for hours on Ticketmaster to see her in concert.
Well, I don't want to scare you, but she's all but bones now.
What? What happened? What did I miss?
Well, it's not quite what you're thinking. One Swiftie in Indiana decided to take their fandom to a spooky level. Check it out.
The hottest couple in entertainment. Yes, we're talking Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Trailer, perhaps the perfect pair, now hauntingly Halloweenified. Michael Owens of Indiana created the larger-than-life skeleton dubbed Scalar Swift to pay homage to the upcoming release of the re-recorded 1989 album. Originally, the pop icon was going to be a solo act until legendary Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce caught her eye. And Owens, she knew the blank space had to be filled.
When she attended the Chiefs game, I just thought it would be fun to make one of them Travis Kelce.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, did you also watch the Chiefs game this weekend?
Of course I did. These games this weekend were crazy. Now let's head over to our sports anchor, Gabby Pippins, to break things down for us. Gabby?
Yeah, it was a pretty good weekend for sports. We'll be discussing Sunday's Cowboys game and how UNT faced off against Abilene Christian. And we'll also take a look at this season's women's basketball club right after this. The Dallas Cowboys had their first loss of the season last week against the Arizona Cardinals, but they came back with a blowout win against the New England Patriots Sunday at the AT&T Stadium. Fans were nervous to see their performance against former teammate Ezekiel Elliott, but the defense and special teams sealed the deal. The game started with field goals from both teams, but that was the last time the Patriots would score. Leighton Vander Esch got a pick six for his first touchdown of the season, and a beautifully executed fake punt gave Dallas 2 more points. Brandon Aubrey finished 3 for 3 on his kicks, and Deron Bland, who's subbing for Trayvon Diggs, scored another touchdown for the Dallas defense, ending this game 38-3. Now, speaking of football, our very own Mean Green football team played Abilene Christian last Saturday at the DATQ Stadium. Fans were nervous for this game with UNT coming off of a loss, but the Mean Green did not disappoint. Chandler Rogers started as quarterback again, and he earned the title of MVP after his stellar performance. Rogers connected with Jamori Macklin and Damon Ward for touchdowns, and he scored one of his own, all within the first quarter to gain an early lead of 24-7. UNT kept the lead with Isaiah Johnson scoring a touchdown in the second and third quarters, and Rogers connected with Ward again for 6 more points, ending the game 45-31. Chandler Rogers finished 23 of 36 passing for 321 yards, and he certainly put the mean back in Mean Green. And finally, a new school year signals a new start, and the same goes for our UNT sports programs. I was able to get an inside look at this season's women's basketball club and speak with a few members to see what's going on.
A new school year signals a new start for UNT sports, and that includes the UNT Women's Basketball Club. This will be their second year of operation, with many familiar faces returning to the court, including sophomore and club president Sunita Abbasi. Her love for basketball began early in life, and she feels privileged to share it with her teammates.
So I've been playing basketball since the 4th grade. The first time I joined an official team was in 7th grade. Basketball means a lot to me because it's taught me how to work hard and be committed, and also how to be a team player.
The same goes for Julene El-Khatib, a freshman at UNT who is new to the team.
I've been playing since I was 4 years old. I'm from Frisco, Texas, so I've been playing all of high school as well.
Expectations are high for this season, especially with UNT's secret weapon, Coach Michael Scott, who has been playing basketball for as long as he can remember.
I've been coaching my first semester, and I've been playing basketball my whole life, basically. So I did 2 years at Sam Houston, came here, transferred in a short while for UNT.
With a new coach and a new year, Julian wants herself and the team to reach for the stars.
For myself especially, I really want to improve, definitely inside, getting boards, just becoming an overall better, versatile player. For the team, I really want to see us go undefeated in our next tournament and just grow, and I can't wait for team bonding, because last time we did that was really an experience.
Sunita also agrees, as she informs UNT students on ways to interact with and support the team.
You don't necessarily have to play basketball to be a part of the UNT Women's Basketball Club. If you want to, come out and just make friends, everyone's welcome to our practices and to our team bondings. We also have open positions, if you want to help out with fundraising events, or you're really good at planning, or you want to be a manager. You could definitely apply for those positions, and we're a welcoming community, so we want everybody to feel welcome here.
Be sure to cheer on our UNT Women's Basketball Club on October 21st as they take on Baylor.
If you're looking for more information or to join or support the Women's Basketball Club, be sure to follow them on Instagram at UNTWBB Club and join the GroupMe pinned in their description. Speaking of pins, our reporter Carla Castile is in studio to tell you more about it. Carla?
Thanks, Gabby. For many, the best time of the year has arrived to Dallas, the annual State Fair. It has officially opened its doors for their 137th year. For many of the fairgoers who attended the fair on its opening day, they will receive an opening day pin for free. This opening day pin is perfectly designed to match the theme of the State Fair every year. Any fairgoer can go up to one of the 9 informational booths across the fairgrounds and ask for one of these pins. Now, sadly, only 15,000 pins are made every year, so be sure to act fast and get yours now. I'm sad that I spent this whole past weekend at the State Fair and didn't know about these pins at all. But you still have a chance, as the State Fair will remain open until October 22nd. So stop at Fair Park and say hi to Big Tex and get your pin. This is all I have for you guys. Let's take it back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Carla. Now we need to end the show so I can go and check out that fair. That's all we have for ntTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.